people? How are you? It has been a long time, my favorite freaks, but big shout out to the Headphone Crew for always listening. You guys know I love you. You know I love you. So tonight I have a friend with me. I don't know if you guys have been paying attention to the Facebook, but I did post up that we will be having a special guest tonight. The one, the only, Alex Xavier Culpepper, Mr. Culpepper. Thank you for joining us tonight.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it. I appreciate it. It's good to be here.
Yes. So Alex Xavier, or do you want me to
Alec is fine.
Alec? Okay. So Alec is an author. He's a local author. He is from the city of Pittsfield. Born and raised? Yes. Born and raised.
Yes.
And so tell me the name of your book. Tell the listeners the name of your book.
Hope, Faith, Love.
Hope.
Book 1, Awakening is the name of this book here.
Okay.
Something I've been working on for a while. Kind of a lifelong project, you could say. Been working on it since I was about, you could say 16.
Okay.
Something like that. It started in high school.
Okay.
9th grade.
And how old are you now?
34.
Okay, so it took you
Yeah.
basically half your life
Yeah, I had
to get this. Okay, and what is the book about?
I am an avid fan of anime, manga, things like that. So me and my friends, we used to sit around and talk about what kind of anime we would like to be in.
Yes.
Like which one would be our favorite one to just exist in. And I was like, instead of thinking about which one we'd like to exist in, why not make one that we do exist in?
I love that. Yeah.
So it's essentially how I'd like my life to be if it was an anime or a manga.
So what's your favorite anime?
Dragon Ball.
Oh my god! Wait, did you watch the new One Piece live action?
It's on my list. That's
Okay, you better watch it.
Me
you
and my
better
wife
watch
have
it.
been talking about it. She's a big One Piece fan.
Okay, yeah. So is my boyfriend. I'm not gonna lie. I'm not an anime person.
It's all right.
I'm not. But my boyfriend is like the superiest. I love him so much, and so is my son. So they're both like we had like a One Piece weekend,
Yeah.
and we had to sit there every night and watch them consecutively.
I heard good things about
It was.
so
I mean, honestly,
I'm looking forward to
as
it.
someone who's not an anime fan, I liked it.
Hey.
I was down for it.
Sounds
So
good.
I definitely think that's a great idea, and I love that you wanted to. Honestly, I know someone else who's writing and has the same kind of thought process. So I actually love that. Tell me a little bit. So without giving up too much. Like how many are some of your characters are based off of your friends? You said yes.
Absolutely.
So how many characters? How many friends? Who are you?
Well, there's obviously me.
Yeah.
Then there's my boy Corey, my boy Richard, my boy Jace, RIP to both of them. My little brother, RIP to him. Family like my cousin Trav, my cousin Kamaris, things like that.
Okay.
You know, my mother, just people close to me, people who impacted my life in some kind of way.
Yeah.
And of course, they said they'd be in the book. It's alright for me to put them in the book.
Yes,
So-
yes. We need permission. We need permission. Now, did you write your son's past family members in the book prior to their passing?
Yeah.
So did they get to hear or see any of the book prior to their passing?
Yeah, some of it. Before I got it published, before I perfected it, they got to see a lot of the original parts before I revised, did what I needed to do. My mother was actually, she's not a fantasy person. She doesn't read, she likes mystery novels, but she was intrigued.
I understand. Yeah, that's really cool.
I was proud of myself for that one. She was like, actually, it caught me. I wanted to know more. I was like, yes.
Yes. And that's, you know what? So I was reading the Amazon reviews, and a lot of people say, can't put it down. Absolutely amazing. There's some great fighting scenes in it. It's very, it catches you. And a lot of people did ask for the second book. So where are we with that?
Actually, I'm finished with the second book.
Okay.
I am working on the cover.
Okay.
The cover is my issue at the moment. It was supposed to be out some months ago, but hit some life issues and of course again cover issues. So
Yeah. Well, life issues happen.
yeah.
So you said that we're working on the cover art.
Yes.
Are you close to Are we close to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually very close. It's a matter of fitting it at the moment.
Yeah.
I got the art done, but the way the process has to go, I have to be able to fit the cover in a certain like standard format.
Yeah.
And I'm having trouble fitting it. So I'm hoping I don't have to change it.
I hope for your sake, as you know, I understand the process.
I'm hoping I don't have to change it because I really like it.
Yeah.
It's perfect. As perfect as it can be.
Yeah.
So hopefully I can fit it.
Well, I hope you can fit it too. I hope you don't have to change anything. Because I understand. It's a lot. It's a lot.
It's a process.
So tell me about the editing and publishing process. Like, how long did that take?
Well,
If anybody's out there trying to do this, what do they really have to entail with this?
Me personally, at the moment I'm going through Amazon and they do most of that for you.
Okay.
Like the editing part they don't do for you. I actually have to do that myself. But like putting it out there, getting everything like put together, set up. They do that. They do most of that for you for a little extra change. They'll promote it for you too. So.
Oh, that's
Yeah,
really
so
cool.
if you're an author, I definitely recommend going through Amazon.
Yeah, because they do all the work for you pretty much. I mean, not the hard part.
Yeah,
the easy part,
yeah,
really.
The little
part that
things.
you need, though,
Yeah.
the PR, basically.
Exactly.
And who doesn't love Amazon? First of all, I can't say the word, but I'm a prime blank. I love it. I'm so, like, I am all the
Yeah,
time.
so I definitely, if you're an author, I definitely recommend using Amazon. You know, use them to your advantage because that's what they're there for. And they give you a good little chunk for your royalties. You get 70%. So.
All right, Amazon users
Yeah, definitely.
and writers alike.
Yeah, definitely go through that. Definitely go through that.
Which means your book is available on
Amazon.
Amazon. That's right, you guys.
Let's
So, do you know how much?
$13.
$13
for the paperback.
Okay.
And $6.50 if you want the ebook.
Oh, well, who doesn't love a good ebook?
Hey, either way, I get paid.
Now, do you have illustration in the book as well?
No, it's a straight chapter book, like a novel.
Okay. Have you ever considered, like, maybe turning it into more of a...
Like a graphic novel?
Yeah.
Yeah, I have.
Have you thought about it?
Yeah. I need to find an artist, though.
I know a guy.
Hey,
I'm like, I know a
let's
guy.
go.
Yeah, so I can actually, I can give you some names and stuff like that for sure. So this is your second book. Where's your third? Are we doing third, fourth?
Yeah.
How far are we gonna take this to the furthest level?
This is an epic right here. This is an epoch right here.
Okay.
So it's like I said, it started when I was 16. A teacher in reading class, she gave everybody a picture, and this picture mine was a black and white picture of two little girls at a piano, and she told us to write a paragraph about the picture. And I asked her if it could be more than a paragraph. She said it could be as long as you want, as long as it's about the picture.
Okay.
So I ended up writing a 2-page story,
Nice.
and it was about me pretty much saving my little cousin Naya, and I made up her little sister Mariah. And she liked it to the point she read it in front of the class, and the class asked me, well, what's happening next? It's like, well, nothing. This is just a
What
this
do
is just
you
a
mean
class
I got
assignment.
graded on this? Like, come on, guys.
So she was like, well, you should keep going, and
Yeah.
if you keep going, it'll count as your homework grade. So, okay, like, that works.
Who
And
doesn't love a good extra credit?
so it turned into a story that, like, it wasn't supposed to be what it is now. It was just supposed to be something I was making for me and my friends just to read and enjoy, because again, we like anime. This was our personal story, anime story.
Yeah.
And people who read it or heard us reading it or heard about it, they asked me, well, are you going to publish this? Are you going to publish this? And I ended up going to Job Corps and continuing the story. And I wanted to incorporate people from Job Corps, so it turned into a whole new story. And that's what Hope, Faith, Love is. It's like a prequel, essentially.
Oh, okay.
So,
Okay.
There's
I
going
like
to be 9 books in Hope, Faith, Love. So,
and then you're gonna do.
then it's going to branch off and follow the 3 main characters of this book in their own personal stories. And the one that I was working on in high school is Naya Mariah and the Spirit Beast. So,
Wow. Okay. So you're like, you're in this, doing this.
yeah, I've had it planned out for a while.
You guys
So
just
we're
hang
like-
out and just have a couple drinks and just talk about this whole situation. Like,
Yeah.
do we call it a manga? Do we call it a
You could call
novel? What would you like it to be?
It's-
What do you want?
it is a novel,
Okay.
so I would like it to be called a novel.
Okay.
That's what it is. I don't want people to get mistaken.
Okay. Perfect. Yeah. No. Okay. So you guys just sit around talking about the novel constantly. All the characters, character
yeah.
building was
Easy.
like hanging out with your friends, and you're like,
All
what do you
day.
guys think about this?
All day.
Yes.
All
Yes.
day. And actually, he's a big part of my process. Corey's a big part of my process, and he's part of the book. He knows a lot of the life situations that I've been through. So when I try to incorporate those life situations, I definitely ask him, like, yo, what did you think of that?
Yeah.
Like, you think I captured that moment well and incorporated it well into the story, into this fantasy setting.
Yeah.
So that definitely helps.
Now, did you come up with like creatures in the fantasy setting as well?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
and names for everything
Yeah.
and powers for everybody.
Yeah.
That's really cool. That's really cool. The imagination and creativity that you guys have to have in order to sit there and not only just dream this up, but make it real. Like, it's when you're a reader, obviously you know as someone who likes to read and write, when you're a reader, you want it to come to life while you're reading it. And so to have that kind of description and detail and to get into it and to be that passionate about it is incredible.
Thank
I
you.
give you nothing but
I
credit
appreciate it.
I will think about something, and 20 minutes later, I don't even remember if you know what I'm saying? Like, so you thought about it, you wrote it out, you perfected it. Like,
yeah. It's been through several changes.
Yeah.
Several changes. Because the first version of it, I actually let my nephew, who was 8 years old at the time, I let him read it. And I came back to him and I was like, yo, what did you think of it? He said, I only got through one chapter. I was like, all right. He's like, I ain't like it. I was like, oh, for real? He's like, yeah, nah. He's like, it was kind of bad. I was like, oh, snap. I was like, yo, I gotta rethink this. I was like, yo, I gotta rethink this right here. Like, he only 8. What's going on? So,
and that's when you knew. No.
Yeah, and then I redid it, and his older brother helped me perfect it.
Okay.
So I came to him, and we were reading it, and he was like, I have a special weapon in the book, and before it became what it is now, it was something I called the Mystic Blade, and it was just so convoluted. He's reading, he's like, I like the idea, but your weapon is kind of out there. You should simplify it a little bit.
Yeah.
I was like, all right, yeah, we could do that. So me and him sat down and we fleshed it out. And for those who want to know, the weapon's called the Rose Blade. So
that's what's up. Okay.
Definitely get that book, check it out, learn more about that right there.
Absolutely.
You know what
I feel like this is so. I'm so into this right now. Just listening to you, and if you guys are watching on the lives, he's very passionate about this when he speaks. Sometimes it doesn't just come out in words. You have to be able to see it, and to see the passion in his. And Corey, hype man, cameraman, manager,
yes,
in the novel character. Yes. He's a quadruple threat. He's over here like gassing him up behind the scenes. So when I tell you this is the kind of life that you need to live, your dreams are coming true, but you have the people behind you to support you.
Absolutely.
And you and I were having this conversation prior to us sitting down. Make sure that always the people that surround you are the greatest of people.
Absolutely.
Because, you know,
the ones that are going to build you up.
Absolutely. Do not let anyone tear you down. And obviously your wife is your biggest fan.
Absolutely.
Absolutely. And you guys have been together. You guys were high school sweethearts? Is that
Actually, I've known her since we were 5.
Good gravy. Good for you guys.
Yeah, we've known each other for a while. And
That's amazing.
We got together when I just got back from Job Corps. So I was like about 17, 18. And she was doing her last year of high school. Okay. And that's when we got together, and we've been together since then. We actually have 2 kids. Yeah, a daughter and a son, Kella Zaviana and Veronzel. So, yeah, and my wife's name is Courtney Lee Culpepper. Love her.
Yes, definitely. And always shout out the wife and the family.
She actually is working on her own little project. She's a very creative, arts and craftsy kind of woman.
Yes,
and she's making bags, like handbags.
Okay.
And stuffed animals. She's actually doing all the sewing herself. She's one person.
No, I could never.
One machine. When she gets going, she gets going. She's made some nice stuff.
That's incredible. I give anyone who can sew credit, because if you even try to get me to tape something.
I hear you. I told her that same thing.
Like, give me a thumbtack. I don't know what I'm doing. I don't know what I'm doing.
I had to let her
know. That's a talent beyond talent.
Yeah.
That is a talent beyond talent.
That's why I'm trying to push her to, get that stuff out there. So
Absolutely.
y'all keep your eyes out for Adorable and more.
Is that what it's?
That's what it's gonna be called.
Okay.
Keep your eyes out for that. There's gonna be a lot of good merchandise
we'll
there.
Make sure we shout that out before we head out of here too. For sure. We're gonna get into another song, and then we're gonna get into. Actually, first we're gonna do a couple of commercials, only because gotta make that money.
Yeah, let's go.
So we're gonna get into some commercials, and then we're gonna get into one of his songs from Kendrick Lamar. Thank Jesus. And I'm just kidding, but I'm not. And again, big shout out to Courtney and the kids.
Yes.
And I know what it's like to be your man's biggest fan, for sure. So I love hearing it, and I love seeing it, and the fact that you guys have been together for a really long time. For me, like, you don't think about it, but for me, as a person who love is very wonky for me, so to see people loving each other and being your biggest fans through decades is such an incredible goal in life. It's an amazing feat that people are so quick to throw people away, and I love seeing real love. Big shout out to her, for sure.
She put up with all my crap.
They're the best kind. Ask AJ. He knows. That's my boy. He knows. All right, you guys. We're gonna get into some commercials real quick, and then we'll be right back.
This right here is my favorite thing ever. In the history of forever. I think about this every day. I think about this all night long. I stay awake, not sleeping, because I'm thinking about this.
Oh, you crazy fans! I need to know if I'm in the right place. Does anyone here love action, sci-fi, fantasy? Alright, sounds like a dandy. If so, then do I have a treat for you. Hope, Faith, Love, Book 1, Awakening. Created by this man here, Alex Xavier V. Culpepper. Getting a copy is easy. Just go on Amazon, type in Hope, Faith, Love, Awakening. Looks like someone is ready. And there you go. Make your order. So, grab a copy now and witness the epicness. Go and get it.
All right, you guys, we are back. All right, we're back. And we're back.
Hello.
All right, so is there any shout outs that you want to do besides your amazing, wonderful, supportive, loving wife?
Yes, actually, I would like to say happy birthday to my niece, Kaylana Altman. Happy birthday,
Happy
love.
birthday!
You know what I'm saying? Hope you got to enjoy it. Hope you did something fun. You know what I mean? I know you wanted to go to Dave & Buster's. I hope that happened.
Me too. I love Dave & Buster's, especially when I play against my children.
Yeah, definitely.
Competitive nature. All right, so what's next for you life-wise?
Life-wise, I'm hoping to help my wife with her projects. And actually, I want to talk to my kids. I want them to tell me stories. They love, like their father, they love to create. So I want them to tell me stories, and hopefully I can make that into like a kid's story. So
I would love that for you.
some kids books.
Yeah.
I'd like to do a line of kids books. So that's definitely on the horizon.
That's amazing. I love that for you. And I love that for them too, because they get to be a part of that just as much.
And I know so many people who tell their kids stories and then like try to make stories out of that. Let's do the reverse.
Yeah.
Y'all tell me a story.
Yeah,
You know what
I'm
saying?
for that. I'm down with that. All right, I'm going to ask you one serious question.
Let's go.
All right, if you could sit down with any one person, dead or alive, and write their biography, who would it be?
Can it be someone personal to me?
Anybody.
Anybody? It would be my little brother.
Yeah.
Rest in peace to Chandler P. Lynch. You know, it'd definitely be him because we grew up together. I got to see him rise, but as anyone knows, you never truly fully know anybody.
No.
So I would love to have actually sat down with him, learned his deeper thoughts on like life, the world. I feel I knew more of the surface stuff.
Yeah, his perspectives on
Yeah.
what you guys also experienced together.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can feel that.
I can only assume what it was he felt. You know, I can just tell you how I felt. So I would have loved to how was it being my little brother? You know, what did you think? Did I do a good job as a big brother? You know, did I help you achieve any goals? Did I protect you well? Did I teach you some lessons? Like, I would have loved to know, his perspective.
I think that's amazing, yeah.
I definitely, and I got to watch him grow. He was an amazing artist. He liked to rap. He was fantastic at it. It was his dream. It was his passion. I actually was managing him for a little while, trying to manage him for a little while. My grandmother got us studio time in Lee, I believe. So we had put together a little album. Me, him, our boy Freedom,
You're
my boy
laughing
Tashin.
so hard.
Yeah, because he knows about it. He knows about it.
What is that?
He
That man is dying.
He heard the album, man. We were so young. I was like 14, 15.
Let's be 100%.
So-
I want to hear it. Let's be 100%.
Yeah, man. Oh my goodness. It was like, so my brother had to be like 11 or 13 at the oldest.
Yeah.
And Freedom, shout out to Freedom, shout out to Tashin. My cousin Caleb, shout out to that boy. He was like six, maybe 8 at the oldest, rapping with us on that album. It was fantastic. It was nice. I loved it. It was a good time. That was a good time.
Yeah.
So
Smiling ear to ear for those of you who are not here.
that was a good time.
That's what's up. That's what's up. All right. So, is there anything else you want to discuss while you're here about your novel?
I just want to let everybody know, it is out there. Check it out. If you want to look at the reviews on there, my favorite review is from a woman named Rosa. That is my favorite review on there. She describes it so eloquently, so beautifully. It's the perfect review. I couldn't have asked for a better review on that front.
Yeah.
And stay tuned for book 2. You know, keep with me through the series. You know, I got a lot going with it.
Yeah, we'll definitely have you back up here for sure. Once your second book drops, you're about to drop the third. Let me know. We'll definitely have you back up here. You guys are a good time. Bring your wife too when she does all of her. We would love to have you, Courtney, because we're all for businesses around here, artists around here, artists of every type. This is an art for me. You know what I mean? So I'm excited for you.
Make sure to check out my Facebook page, you know, Alex David B. Culpepper and Ebony Dragon Publishing, you know. Check out both of them. I do stuff for both of them. And I have an Instagram page, same thing, Ebony Dragon Publishing. I got a YouTube channel. So far, it's just little trailers I made to advertise my book, but I plan on doing some, like, readings of my books, some readings of other books. The first book I plan on doing on there is Alex Cross novel by James Patterson, the first one, Along Came the Spider. I'm a big fan of that series. I'm a big fan of that series.
Yeah.
So
I'm like, yes.
So definitely be prepared for that, and I'll definitely be taking requests, recommendations. You know, I have a TikTok page that is HFLU Creator, so
you're everywhere. You're everywhere, and I'm loving this for you. I'm loving it.
Definitely check it out.
Incredible. I just wanted to say too, make sure you guys purchase the book on Amazon.
Yes,
it's $13. All proceeds, obviously, you know what I mean. Alec gets the money, feeds his family, and he does it. He did it for you guys. He published it for you guys. He didn't have to, and he did.
It wasn't a plan.
Yeah,
it wasn't a plan, but I got a lot of positive feedback. I got a lot of, I want you to publish it. I hope you publish it. So here you go. Go check it out. Amazon.com. You just put in that little search bar, Hope, Faith, Love, Awakening. It'll be the first one that pops up. Like, first thing that pops up. It got a new cover because I got a lot of backlash for the cover. Not like backlash like, oh, it's a bad cover. Just a lot of people didn't feel that it represented the book.
Yeah,
so
I feel
I was like, okay. So I made some changes to that. Hopefully you guys like the new cover. You know, make sure you guys check that out though. Don't be afraid to give me a review on Amazon, on any of my pages. Positive, negative, it don't matter. What's going on, man? Don't bother me nothing. Bring it back. So definitely just go on there. Again, don't be afraid to give me any feedback, positive or negative. All the negatives do is let me know what I'm doing wrong. So
yeah. It fuels your fire to fix whatever,
so
you know, make it perfect.
And for those who want to know, I only got one negative feedback so far. And I can't even really call it negative because I got compared to Stephen King. So I can't really call that a negative feedback. They pretty much wanted to know why I didn't do my story more like Stephen King would. And I'm not Stephen King.
Oh, that's a weird. I would say that's negative feedback. I would say they only read one author ever and didn't know how to read.
It's like,
that's not negative at all.
Yeah, so I appreciate any and all feedback. Critique is beautiful.
Absolutely, except for we don't compare and contrast authors.
Yeah,
okay, that's a little weird.
I'm not Stephen King.
That's a little weird. Why didn't you paint that like Picasso? Like, what? That's
make sure y'all give me that feedback. Make sure y'all go check it out. Much love to everybody who has bought the book. I appreciate the love. I appreciate the support. Shout out to all my family. Rest in peace, Richard, Jace, Chandler, Carmen, Ruthie. So many of you who I wish could be here with me and celebrate this.
Oh, they're here with you. So. I'm telling you, I'm big on energy, and I feel like the way that you carry yourself, you definitely have the people that you love with you the most.
Definitely, just help me out with this, y'all. Help me out. Let's go.
All right, Brian. Thank you guys for tuning in with us. Thank you again, Alec and Corey, cameraman, for coming up tonight.
Thanks for having me. I
had
fun.
Absolutely. And we'll do this again. Please come back.
Love it.
And even if you come back with your second book and you read even an excerpt from it, even a quick one, that would be actually really cool.
I would love to do that.
Absolutely. I'm down for it.